Hey guys, well that's Rocket Baseball here with another video today, and this is Sachsenring, which was the Grand Prix a couple of days ago. Well, a couple of days ago, it's like 3 weeks ago today. And as you can see, going through here, high side. I'm only doing a few highlights of the Sachsenring Grand Prix, so you can be able to Assen and get a few more videos done, etc. Plus, this race, I didn't actually get the start, as you can see here, going on to lap 4. Dive bombing Chris into turn 1, and is Chris going to do the comeback? No, he does not. So let's move on to lap 8 then. The next crucial moment in this Grand Prix was the fact that CRS on the Honda would push the tyres as hard as it went, and we crashed. Huge crash there, the fast left. Now Chris went past us, we had to re-catch up to Chris. Chris scored to the grass, Chris crashed. Right, we're taking it in turns to crash here now. The next crucial fact is this. I forgot to clip, or the batteries died. Something happened under the braking, and we had another huge crash into the bar as we go. And I think this could be raced over as Chris gets past. Now on the last lap of the Grand Prix, going through the fast left right-handers. It's a fast right-hander. This is very tricky, especially in the wet. Chris makes a mistake. We get alongside Chris and past Chris. Now into the penultimate corner, this left-hander. Round the outside of Chris we go. Chris really sits us up there on the braking zone. Just one corner to go, we get a much better drive around the corner than Chris. We have got penalties, Chris doesn't. Into the last corner we go. We sit up Chris into the last corner, hoping that's enough. But sadly, Chris is going to win this Grand Prix on penalties. Well, he gets P2. The Honda rider won the Grand Prix. Great job by him. Now on to Assen. This tricky turn 1 corner, as you can see, we completely messed up. Hit the paint, put on the brakes harder because we're going to hit the gravel trap. And let's tuck the front, and away we go. So we're going to restart our lap time. And as you can see, the restart has not gone better too. We got onto the grass, we're back down again. And this is 3 straight. We need to get a lap in here. Once again, the guy on the Honda is a lot faster than us at this point, but we have gone we've got red sector second and third. Just this sector to go around the final chicane. There we go. Got to nail this, and that is pretty much as nailing as you're going to get through there. Coming to the line, is it enough for pole position for now? Yes, it is. I expect the Honda rider is going to try and get us back, though, as we go back into this Struben loop, shall I say. Very difficult. We run it wide, though. Get on the AstroTurf, and there's like a bump there, and that has caused us to have another crash. So this is turning out to be the Crash Grand Prix, not a Assen Grand Prix at all. 2 minutes left on the clock then. Oh, we took the front again. Too hard on the brakes once again there into that final Struben chicane. Now we're still in pole position at this point, but we're going for one more decent lap here. The fuel's running out, and we're going to come to the line. Is it going to be enough to keep this pole position and improve our lap time? We messed up the final corners, but coming to the line, we've improved our lap time, and that is pole position here for the Assen Grand Prix. But the Honda rider in P2 is very quick, and Chris P3, seeing what those two can do here then at Assen. We're on the KTM. Let's see what we can do. Okay, let's see what we can do then with the lights. There's going to be like 10 lights, I think, here. Yes, here we go then. 10 red lights. And the Assen Grand Prix MotoGP is underway. This is a crucial one for the championship as well, by the way. Us versus Chris, this championship. It's all or nothing going into this weekend. We've got to come out in front of Chris. So we get into turn 1, then we're going to get the whole shot. Yes, we are. And that is exactly what we need to do. Right, let's just break away now. See if we can just dominate this whole Grand Prix. Yes, it's going to be a boring race, but hopefully we can just keep it. I say that we've run very wide though through the first right, and the Honda rider is stuck in upper inside part 2. Now into the Struben head. We keep it on the inside of the Honda rider. We really want this win. We need this win as well. As long as we beat Chris, I suppose. We don't really need to win. We just need to beat Chris. But the Honda rider is very quick, especially in the straight line. As you can see, he's definitely in power too. We've made contact. We made huge contact. We're both going to go straight on here into this like fast left-hander. He's crashed. The Honda rider is on the deck. That is pretty much a racing incident and very much seconds. Chris in P1. No. Why have we collided there? That is, he's kind of come across on us. But at the time, I was thinking, okay, this might be my fault. Looking back on it, absolutely wasn't. We've waited up for the Honda rider though, seeing as we thought it was our fault. We've let him go through and he's in P2. Now, let's just hunt down Chris like we did. And I believe Chris crashed or Chris had an issue and let us through, something like that. Go through this fast left. Oh, the Honda rider's off the track. Let's follow him off the track as well there, as we've retaken the lead of this Grand Prix then. On to lap 6 we go, the fast right-handers hit the apex just like that. I had to lift off the throttle slightly there. Now into this fast left. Oh, that's a huge mistake by us. We're onto the curve. That's almost crashed us there a couple of times there. Just stay off the curve, and that has given the Honda rider once to get back into P1. Now to get to turn 1. Oh, he's crashed. The Honda rider has crashed out of this Grand Prix. And that, I'm afraid, is probably going to be the end of the race for this one. And we should just about be able to hold on to this. I can say, though, the Honda rider did leave the session. So now it's just us versus Chris. And we make a huge mistake. Oh, wow. Okay, we are really pushing the limits now. We're going to try and beat our fastest lap, because why not? We've got nothing better to do. Into the last corner as we go, though. We messed that up. We tucked the front. We didn't really have to push the bike that hard, and we have done. Right then, let's continue this on, as Chris is now actually catching us at a quite quick rate, considering the fact we keep chucking up the road, trying to beat our lap time. We got a high side there. It's the ship and hairpin, and we're back down on the deck again. Now, still on lap 8, but a long way out of this lap 8. Going to the fast right. Chris is past us here, and he's managed to get the move done into P1. Wow, was not expecting Chris to catch us that quickly. And we're going to drive him straight back up the inside there to retake Chris. Now, into the final chicane we go. Is Chris going to reset it up at the inside? Of course he is, it's Chris. And he gets to move back on us and into P1 and P2 respectively. But Chris taking the advantage at this point. Now, turn 1. Are we going to make a move to turn 1? Of course we are. Late move up the inside of Chris. We get the move done though. Is Chris going to try and do a switchback here? Out of turn 1 we go. Just almost lose the bike there, in fact. That was a huge crash. Running very wide though in the first part of this right-hander. And Chris sticks it up the inside of us here. He should get better traction into the Stribben hairpin. Stribben loop or something like that. As Chris hit the back of us there, that's going to cost him all sort of drive onto this chicane, onto this straight, sorry, not chicane. And, well, we're in Para Zero mode, and as you can see, Chris is much quicker in a straight line. We're on Para Zero. We make up a huge mistake there, though. That's going to do Chris a switchback. We're going to send it back up the inside into the right-hander. Into Strippen Val, the place that Mark Marquez had a bad history and had to do a big run in qualifying a few years back. Now, into this left-hander of the bolt. And up the inside goes Chris. We do a fantastic switchback though to get the move back into P1. This is a great battle between the pair of us. With just a few laps to go, Chris has to do this before we get into a rhythm. And he is fighting this one quite hard for the championship, of course, but also for this race win. Now it's his right-hander. Chris once again shows us the way around this track as he goes back up the inside of us. We've got to now respond with side by side. Fastest point on the track and he's hit us. Well, okay, that's a bit aggressive. He's forced us off the track massively. We're onto the grass. Rejoining a bit dangerously as well. I mean, you know what? I'll tell you what, Chris. You can give back all you want, but I'm just going to do that to you. And that's the turn of this Grand Prix, I feel. On to lap 10 we go. Into this fast left-hander. Chris still all over the back of us. Into this right-hander. Into Struppenval. Is Chris going to send up the inside? We make a huge mistake there, though. Oh, there's contact between me and Chris. That's a huge crash for us. Oh, Chris has tucked us on the deck, but that was a bit weird. I think the physics there kind of screwed us over a little bit. And that has cost us quite a lot of time. Gee, Chris. Chris has crashed. Where's Chris crashed? How is Chris crashed? Into this fast left-hander. There is yellow flags out here. And there is a bike in the gravel trap. So we get past Chris and into P1 we go. Oh, we messed up the braking zone though. Into the last chicane. Please don't touch the front. And we have done. And that's put us back onto the deck. There goes Chris then to retake the lead of the race. At the time, he didn't actually know he'd taken the lead of the race. So he's still pushing on, thinking we are still in front of him. And as you can see by pushing on, Chris has crashed. But we're so in avoiding action, we throw our bike into the track, so we had to run slightly wider. And in doing so, that's put us on the deck as well. So me and Chris then chucking up the road there through that fast left-hander. Now we have retaken the lead of this race though to get past Chris in the gravel trap. A little bit of a wheelie by the bike as well. So the bike's not really behaving the way I wanted to. Chris back up the inside hit. Can we do a switch like we have done in the past? Of course we're going to try it into this right-hander. Back up the inside of Chris. We run it wide ourselves though. So I think Chris might be able to do a switchback on us again through this right-hander. Yes, he does. Gets the move back done. We're going to do another switchback on Chris. There's contact between the pair of us. Chris gets that move though. Puts us on the grass slightly out of the corner. And I'm afraid that might just be it for Chris. Unless he can come back at us here. Because there's only a couple of laps to go. Oh, we're making another mistake though through this fast left-hander. Oh, the rear's almost let go twice there. Very sideways action. That's all I wanted to do. So in doing so, we brake early. And that's been a fantastic move there by Chris. If he can do that on the last lap of the Grand Prix into that hairpin, he's going to win this Grand Prix. And I know that. Now into this fast left-hander. We've made a huge dive ball on Chris. It's not worked out. It puts both in the gravel trap. And I think Chris is not going to be happy about that move that we just pulled on him. And he's probably going to respawn. But to be honest, I'm still mad about the fact we've had a collision out of that corner there. And I'm fully blaming Chris for that because he needs to. Oh, in doing so, we've made contact. And I've put ourselves on the deck with Chris. And that is completely my fault. And to be honest, that was just payback for earlier. If you want the full reasoning for that, it was just me taking Chris out on purpose, because you know what, why not? But saying that, that might cost us later on, because don't forget there's still a lap to go after this one. And Chris rides around the outside of us, making us look like a pleb. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Into the last chicane and we go. Chris making a huge mistake over the chicane. I'm going to start the last lap in the lead of this Grand Prix then. Let's see how this last lap goes. Into turn 1 we go. Chris much later on the brakes than us though. He left the brakes us. We're going to go for a switch back though, up the inside. Out the corner we go into turn 2, this right-hander. Well, the right kick, shall we say. And into turn 3, the tricky right-hander. We run wide again. Is Chris going to chuck it up the inside of us? Of course he is thinking about it. It's turn 4, which is continued to this right-hander. Now into this left-hander. The hairpin. Chris still riding around the outside of us. That's not going to work around there. And I think he knows that now. As we go on this fast straight here. What's Chris going to do? I know he's behind us at this point. But we are in power mode 0. What are we doing? We're in power mode 0. Chris has come back past us. Oh, we've hit Chris. We're down on the deck. And I think that's just cost us the win of this Grand Prix. Yes, it has. Chris is going to win this Grand Prix, but in all hope, we're going to send it through the last chicane. Oh, we've had a huge crash as well. Oh, GG to Chris though. That was a great race. And yeah, I enjoyed that one. But there you have it. Chris wins the race from us and the Honda rider getting third. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.